background or the flavour of some of the work that you deliver?
Okay. I'll give you two instances. One was when I was having all of these, when I was having this challenge, and I said to myself, okay, well, what's stopping me from helping people? Okay, I don't have the money, and I don't really have a location where I can say, well, let's have people come here and put something together. But I was determined and said, well, if I get the venue, if I find the right venue, then I'm going to put it on regardless of what it might cost. I put it on, it was a success, and the feedback was really overwhelming, and it just really helped me to understand that this is more of what I want to do. So I overcame my own obstacle. Second example I would give is that I met a homeless man one day, and as I walked past him, or as I was approaching him even, and I felt in my pocket, I think I remember I only had about £2.50 on me, and I said, okay, well, maybe I could spare £1.50 for him, because I needed something to nibble on myself. But then as I walked past him, he looked up at me and he just said hello. And as I saw other people pass him, he just kept saying hello to them, and I thought, okay, well, he's sitting there, he wants money, and but he's not doing much about it other than just saying hello. So I turned around and I came back and I sat down beside him, or crouched down beside him, and I said to him, what's your story? And he leveled with me. I was glad that he understood what I meant by the question, and he leveled with me. He said, well, I'm here, and I just want to try and raise enough money so that I can get to sell some big issues and become a good distributor and maybe make some more money so I can get myself back on my feet. And as he explained that story to me, it was quite rather emotional actually, because you could see the sincerity of what his request was. But I said to him, if that's what you want to do, you're not making a good effort of it. You're not going to get that by just saying hello to people as they pass. You need to find a way of telling them. At least get yourself a sign or something to put up and tell people that. But he said he didn't have one, so I said, okay, well, I'll try and bring you a board for you tomorrow. As I walked away, I looked around and I saw a laundrette. I popped in there and asked them if they had any, boxes that they didn't need. And lo and behold, they had one, a nice size, so I took that away, tore off the outer parts that weren't needed. I popped into a shop next door to that and got a marker pen, and I wrote down the story that he told me. I popped it back down to the gentleman, and I gave it to him, put it in his hand, and he saw it. And I asked him to hold it up and see how he gets on with it. As I walked away, I stood to one side and I was watching him. And I saw people come in and they were approaching and they were looking at the sign, and as they were reading it, they'd stop. And just to see people was stopping and having a conversation with him and giving him money, that really it spoke volumes to me. That you're able to add value to an individual with much more than giving them money. You can do more for people than bypass them or give them well wishes. Be practical. If you can help, help. And that really helped me.
That's such a powerful story. It really drives home the message that money is not the answer. It's those simple little acts that will make a wealth of difference. And as you said, you took one simple step. You went to the shop. You thought an enterprising thought. Didn't cost you anything, did it?
No, not at all. Absolutely.
But it allowed that young man to start attracting people.
Yes, indeed.
He had a clear message that people could see. And that's the wonderful thing about stories, because our message, people will see our message before they even see us. Absolutely. What are we showing to the world? He was just saying hello, but that wasn't enough. How powerful.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love stories like that. I love to hear stories like that. It's in Your Story is about story. The S of It's in Your Story is about sharing. The T is about our truth.
Okay.
The O is about optimism. The R is about reflecting. And the Y is all about you, Martin. And that's what your story is about. And that's how we make a difference in the world, when we can share just like you did. And I'm sure he will remember you for that simple act that you did. May not have had money to give to him, but you created a vehicle for him to create a cash flow.
It's very much about providing people with opportunities and options.